Okay, so welcome to Conversations with Neighbours. I will let you ladies take over and introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about Newmarket Proud.
Thank you. So I'm Joanne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are Newmarket Proud. We didn't rehearse who was going to say what first.
You're doing great.
And so I'll just step in.
Go ahead.
So, well, actually, no, I'm going to let you step in because you came up with the concept of the logo.
So doodling one day at my kitchen table and came up with the logo, our original logo, which is a black and white and red logo. And thought, man, I'd like to do something with this. I'd like the town to kind of absorb it and move with it. And because Newmarket is such a wonderful place, we've been here for 34 years and we've seen it grow. We raised our kids here. It just fills my heart. And it's a unique community in the sense that I feel that it's a community that cares for each other, that looks after each other. And a perfect example is the food pantry. So Joanne and I were filling the Newmarket fridge down by the library every other week. And people were, as we're putting it in, people are just taking it out. So we were taking X number of dollars out of our own pocket to do this. And we thought, hey, there's got to be a better way to make our money go farther. So we took our logo and we thought we'd get some toques and we had them embroidered up and we started the campaign that way. Sold them and so we took our X number of dollars and stretched it into $7,000. So that was a great start for it.
Yeah, and it surprised us that the community, with very little effort on our behalf, got behind us and supported it so wholly. And I think everybody was surprised that, that little campaign with not a whole lot of effort raised that much money. So we looked at each other and said, well, what else can we do? And we were moving into the summer, so T-shirts. It was a great fit for the Pride Month because there's, 6 letters in in the Newmarket, the way it's laid out without its vowels. And that sort of associated with every sort of color in the main rainbow flag. So it just was a great fit. And we started marketing them in June. Got T-shirt sponsors this time, so we weren't out of pocket, and raised a staggering amount of money in that campaign. And it's just taken off since then.
That's amazing. So how many years ago did you actually start with the toques and all of that?
The fall of 2022.
Wow.
Three, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Because then 24 was, no, you might be right. 22. I'm wrong.
Okay, so you kind of explained why the Newmarket Food Pantry, but let's get into that a little bit more and tell me what your connection to it is and what it has been since you started.
I'm going to start off with some statistics that we got from their website, and it's just such a growing need nowadays with the cost of living and everything that's going on. So some of these stats are from their website. There's 20,000 mouths fed in a year, 500,000 meals, and 7,200 households. And we were shocked to find out that 33% of the clients are under the age of 18. And I was just speaking with one of the program directors there, and there's a misconception of who's using the pantry, and we often think it's the underhoused or people who you see on the streets, and it's not. It's working poor, it's double income, it's seniors on fixed incomes, it's pretty much anybody and everybody who often gets to a point where they can't afford everything, rent, all the expenses, and food. So we just wanted to do something really in a big way to help out. Yeah.
Same. And it really just started with, imagine as a mother waking up and can't feed your kids. You can't, you go to the cupboards and they're bare. And I just can't imagine as a mother, as a woman, having that feeling. So anything that we can do to help that alleviate that is what we want to do.
Amazing.
And we found that this platform gave an opportunity for a multi-level group of people to get involved. So, we go after some big sponsors, and we're so grateful that we have them. But there's a lot of ways that people in the community can help and feel like they're making a difference. So purchasing a shirt, one shirt equals 5 meals. So, that's a really big difference that you're making for somebody. Coming out to events, donating items to the silent auction for some of the events that we do. Like, there's just such a wide range of levels that people can participate in, and collectively we make a big difference. Individually, it's kind of small, but when you put everything together, it's really significant. And we're
Hence the community, right?
Yeah. Okay, so how much money has this campaign raised for the Newmarket Food Pantry to date?
The first year with the toque campaign and the shirt campaign, I believe we raised $27,000.
Wow.
That was the first year. The second year, we raised, without the toques, just the T-shirt campaign, we raised $38,000. And this year, we have our eyes set on $40,000.
That's an incredible number.
Thank you.
And so how are you selling shirts? Is this at events? Can people buy them online? How does the whole flow work?
Thanks for asking. We have shirts available starting at our launch on the 2nd of June at Market Brewery. We're delighted that the town of Newmarket declared June 2nd, our launch, Newmarket Proud Day.
Cool.
So on that day, the shirts are pretty much unveiled and people can get them there. We also run a silent auction that day. There's live entertainment, 50-50. So we were able to create quite a buzz and sell a lot of shirts and make some money right there at the silent auction table. And then the shirts are available every Saturday leading up to the Pride Festival. So that's the 7th and the 14th of June at the Farmers Market. And then we're participating in the Pride Festival weekend, and we have a booth. And we're collaborating very closely with York Pride this year and trying to elevate each of our campaigns to draw more people into the festival and to sell more shirts.
Awesome. So mark your calendar for June 2nd.
Correct.
And leading up to Pride Weekend, which is the actual date is?
June 21st and 22nd.
Okay.
It's a 2-day event. And they're expecting 60,000 people to come into the Newmarket downtown area.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big number.
They're celebrating 25 years.
Oh, that's a big year. That's
a
exciting.
Big,
Yes.
exciting year. Shirts will also be available at Main Street Realty and the Food Pantry during the month of June.
Okay, awesome. What has been the most surprising thing about this journey for you? And maybe Rebecca, will start with you.
Well, that's a very good question. I feel, although not surprising, it's heartwarming that the community has come together. From sponsors, from people who come and purchase, and people who just come by to say hi. Maybe they don't want a shirt, or maybe they can't afford a shirt, or for whatever reason, but just hi, thanks for what you're doing and making a difference in the community. The town council has stood behind us 100%, very supportive, which has been great. Again, not surprising, very heartwarming. As far as surprising, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised at the amount of money we've made. I would say that's the biggest surprise.
Yeah.
It kind of, sometimes you just kind of have to shake your head and go, wow, we've done this already. And it's going right back into the community, which is what our goal was.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you say it's so hard to put into metrics when people donate or when they're asked for donations, well, if you give this, here's what you get. But when you literally say a shirt is $20 is 5 meals, and it goes to the food pantry, there's such a direct line of action.
You can
yeah, exactly. It's very tangible. So I think it's really impactful and people understand it really clearly and want to get involved.
Right. And it's a great way to get involved. And it's a simple way to get involved. They don't have to do anything. They just have to buy a shirt, which is great.
Yeah.
But interesting, the first year we did this, one shirt equaled 6 meals. And now one shirt equals 5 meals.
What does that tell you?
Exactly.
Right.
So
that's why we're doing it.
Yep.
Is because it's just getting harder out there, and that's why we have to raise more money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been successful in selling sponsorships for this initiative.
Yeah.
How many? I want to ask the question, but first I want to know, how did you even get sponsors to begin with? How did that whole?
Well, the concept was to create a platform that was sustainable, and so we could do the small little venture with toques, but the bigger venture we needed to have some support. And I've done a lot of fundraising for different charities, a lot of golf tournaments and things like that, and the idea was always to get sponsors to pay for all your expenses so that you maximize the dollars that are raised that go back into the community or the charity. So we just started knocking on doors. We walked Main Street and told them what our concept was. We were fortunate because we had the grounding of the toque sales, and it was a legitimate, successful campaign. And we had some great media coverage and some great photographs. And we printed out a sheet and handed it out. Mayor was wearing our toque, which is
Beautiful.
always
He's such an influencer.
yeah, always helpful. And it was, when you said that it's tangible, we didn't have to do much convincing. We just, said, this is what we're doing. This is what we want to do. Would you like to help us? And it's like, yes, sign me up. And, every year we've had to say to people, we don't have room. Sorry.
Wow.
No room on the shirt.
Yeah. So we have to, we get to sell them another thing. So this year we're so grateful we have a sponsor for our launch event and our wrap-up event. And so again, all that money goes back to the food pantry.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So how many sponsors do you have in total?
I think on the shirt we'll have about 40-ish, give or take.
And they'll go on the back of the shirt.
Yes.
Back and on the sleeves. There's
Yes.
one on each sleeve.
And do you have to pay more for a sleeve?
Yes,
Yes.
you do. And the big guys are on the very front, or not the back,
top
but
of
at
the
the very
back.
top of the back. Yeah. So
And then for our silent auction table,
we probably have
30-ish.
30, and some of them are the same. To be fair,
Yes.
we have duplicates. We have people who go, "Oh yeah, I'll put my name on the shirt, and I'd also like to put a gift certificate on the silent auction table." So, yeah,
That's
And-
beautiful.
It is wonderful. And there are a lot of companies that perhaps are service companies that feel that maybe they can't give their service because it's not really popular or whatever, can easily buy a gift certificate for the silent auction table instead of actually giving something of their own. They do it another way, which is great.
yeah, and we usually direct them to somewhere like local, like choose local. So find like a restaurant in town and buy a gift certificate.
Win-win.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure it is. So if someone would like to sponsor, I guess you'd be looking for this year still for your auction tables.
Yes.
How would they get in touch with you? How can they get involved?
That's a good question. I mean, we can give our phone numbers. They can reach out to us. We are actually on Instagram. So Newmarket Proud is on Instagram. They can reach out to us there. You want my phone number?
It's a good start. If you want to give your phone number out and put it out into the world, you can.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that question.
Actually, when I
you
saw
know
your
what?
phone number's in the paper under your
Right,
little feature,
right,
so
yeah.
it's out there.
It is out there. Also, they can contact the Newmarket Food Pantry, and they know how to get a hold of us. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. Okay, so we talked about when shirts will be available, how people can support and buy a shirt. Did we talk about what your goal is for this year?
Yeah, we mentioned the
40,000.
40,000.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd really like to be closer to 50, but we'll be happy with 40.
So how many shirts do you think are out there right now? Because I'm imagining going to Pride this year and seeing like a wave of blue shirts.
Well, that's our goal, would be to have a wave of blue shirts. So this is our third year. So we have white shirts out there, we have black shirts out there, and now the blue shirts. So people can show their support of Newmarket Proud by wearing any of their shirts, but we'd like them to buy a blue one this year. And we'd love everybody in a blue shirt to march with us at the Pride Festival.
It's
so the more the merrier. It's a lot of fun.
And it's been very successful that some of the businesses along Main Street have purchased shirts for their staff for that weekend.
Oh, that's really cool too.
Yes. So that's very
Nice.
supportive. It's a win-win again, which is always a good thing.
It is.
And how does it feel to have people come to you for sponsorships versus you going door to door knocking?
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're humbled, actually, by the response in the community. And we're very grateful that this little platform that we've kind of created has made such a big impact and has resonated with so many people. Yeah. And I guess another goal other than the money is to have all the shirts. Like we usually have several shirts left over, and we'd like to sell out by the end of Pride Festival.
Okay.
That's our goal.
The goal's out there.
Yeah.
We're manifesting.
This year it's 2 full days. It's a Saturday, Sunday. Last 2 years the last 2 years we participated, it was Friday night and Saturday. So there's more opportunity to purchase a shirt.
Beautiful. And because they're sitting in front of me, I'm not saying anyone's drinking or not drinking while we're doing this podcast, but tell me a little bit about this. I assume it has something to do with Market Brewing.
Yes, last year, very generously, Market Brewery created a can for us, and a portion of the sales went right to the food pantry.
Oh, that's amazing.
So
Yeah.
that was good. So they were able to hand over a check to the pantry for that.
Yeah.
Good for
So
them.
drink up Newmarket.
Yeah. And now this year they're collaborating with York Pride and doing a can for them. But we also, Newmarket Proud, will be on the can. And I understand as well that a portion of the sale of, I think it's a margarita.
Oh, yeah, they have
drink.
the new margarita this year.
Yeah. So I believe that a portion of that can will go to the food pantry as well.
That's amazing.
Yeah. that's
And really
the plan.
cool to see, like, as you're talking about Newmarket and how special of a community it is, that all these little collaborations start
Right.
happening along the way to this bigger cause. So, yeah, really cool to see.
Yeah, I could think to go back to one of your other questions about your what sort of was surprising is that through this adventure that we're on, we've got to meet so many more amazing people, and their interest in what we're doing and our interest in what they're doing has just elevated everybody's platform and everybody's experience. And I think we've both done a lot of volunteering and fundraising in the community, and people say how impressed they are, or how much effort it is, or I'm just trying to think of the right phrasing, but we both feel that whatever it is that we've put in to a project, we get back tenfold. It's not why we go into doing it, but it's just like, it's such good karma.
That's awesome.
And on a personal note, I mean, I think I can say for both of us, but for me personally, I've grown a lot. I've learned a lot. I've grown a lot. I've pushed myself out of boundaries I never would have done before. And so for me, it's absolutely an amazing experience. And to work with your best friend is like the best thing in the world. So.
100% it is. And I see you like tearing up a little bit. Like it's such like like you can see how rewarding it is.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And how it comes back to you. So
Yeah, it's been an amazing journey. Yeah, and I think it's just kind of beginning.
it sounds like it.
Well, yeah.
You'll be looking back on this podcast one day saying this is where like that was just
It all
early
began.
days.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to start like a grassroots campaign?
I think I would say go for it. Start small. Take the passion that you have for whatever the project is, and people will follow you. If you're passionate about it, you can be successful.
That's very good advice.
Thank you.
Are you going to echo that advice?
I would
or?
exactly what Joanne said. Go for it. I mean, it might be outside your comfort zone, but this community especially is very open and willing and happy to support small ideas and make them big, or even small ideas and get a small result, but every result
Counts
absolutely.
in the big picture.
100%.
Mhm.
And what's the worst case scenario? You know, if someone tells you no, and then that's not even on you.
Well, people have said no to us, and that's okay, you know. And we go back the next year, and they might say yes, and they might say no again. But you know,
Yeah.
we do our due diligence, and we respect, you know, for whatever reason that they don't want to support us. That's fine. It's all good.
Yeah. Do you have any other points that you want to add?
I want to echo what Rebecca said in that the stepping outside the comfort zone has been big, you know, like we've done things that we never thought we would. And I mean, here we are.
Yes, right.
You're on a podcast,
Oh
you're
my
in the
God.
paper.
Right. And we presented to town council and to the business association, you know,
Yeah.
a deputation, which you know, scared the heck out of us the first year, but
I can imagine.
Yeah.
And what does that look like when you give a deputation? Is it asking for money or what exactly? What does that look like?
just sharing our goals
Vision.
and our
Mhm.
vision and asking for a little bit of support and maybe a little bit of social media and
Right.
come to our events, you know.
Yep.
When
Do you know a business that wants to support the shirts? And, you know, the council and the business association has been very supportive, and a lot of the names on the shirts have
Mhm.
come through them
Mhm.
and through
Nice.
us making it public in that bigger arena.
Yeah, it's got to feel really good.
It does feel good.
Mhm.
And seeing all those names on the shirts at the end of the year and being like, okay, this was this year.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It is cool.
Yeah. Well, we really have a great launch event, but we also really relish that wrap up
Mhm.
and being able to present a check and just seeing all the sponsors often get together at the end too. We get group pictures, and it's just
A great celebration
It's-
of all of our efforts and all the sponsors and donators and purchasers and
yeah.
the community, really.
And tell me again about the wrap up event.
It's usually I think it's the 14th. It's usually the second Monday in July.
Okay.
So we need a little
At
bit of
market.
time,
Mhm.
yeah, to finalize everything, and but there'll be lots of publicity, and we'll have a great launch
Wrap up.
poster. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, I'm sure I'll see you guys there.
Lovely.
Well, by the end of the month, it's like we're all friends and
Mhm.
family. So people we've just met, people who we've known for 25, 30 years, we're all just a big family. And we're so grateful to have that opportunity to celebrate.
That's awesome. And yeah, really good, such a good feeling to have. I love when your circles come together. So you have like people from your past, present, and people who you've just met all coming together,
Yeah.
and it just kind of unites.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say about the launch party. I mean, I stand up there and it's like, oh my gosh, there's so and so from that part of your life, and there's a new person I just met, and friends I haven't met yet, and it's overwhelming for me anyway.
Yeah. And the really interesting thing is that it lays the groundwork, both the launch, the campaign, obviously, but the wrap up lays the groundwork for the next year, because I think people attend one of those things or, you know, come to the Pride Festival and buy a shirt and whatever. And then when it's out there again the following year, it's like a no-brainer for them to get involved. And
It sounds like it.
how can
Mhm.
we get more involved than we did last year? So, yeah.
And do you take on volunteers? Is it just the two of you doing everything? What's happening behind the scenes?
Yeah. It started out just the two of us,
Yeah.
with some help from the food pantry and their wonderful volunteers.
And our families.
And our families, yeah, in a big way. Thank you for remembering that. Yeah. And I think because this seems to be getting bigger every year, we're looking at extending the volunteers and getting a bigger committee to help, because it's gotten larger than we expected.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Mm, for sure.
Do you have any, like a final message that you want to leave with?
Well, this is how we close up our council meetings and whatever. It's like we believe that this is more than a shirt. It's a symbol of our community support, highlighting the spirit and kindness and love in our beloved Newmarket. Our Pride t-shirt campaign directly benefits the food pantry, which is amazing. And together we're making a difference. Together. It's not Joanne and I, it's together, our whole community. And every dollar goes toward fighting food insecurity. And it's a symbol of our community, a celebration that makes Newmarket great. So
And we like to say sort of win-win-win. You know, pride in Newmarket, proud in Newmarket, pride to celebrate the inclusivity of our community and to celebrate Pride Month and support and nourish our neighbors.
Mhm.
What do we say?
It's a
Win-win-win.
I love that. It is a win-win-win.
Trifactor. Yes.
What is the next venture?
We're opening up the platform,
The Newmarket
the
Proud.
Newmarket Proud platform beyond the Pride campaign. And so starting after Pride and leading up to the 1st of July 1st, so Canada Day, we've got a Newmarket Proud Canada Day shirt supporting Community Living Central York.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So Rebecca came up with the most amazing graphic. Like, I love this, but
This is beautiful.
right? It is. And I think I love the Canada Day one even more.
Oh,
It's
really?
amazing. It's a little bit different the way the layout of the campaign will be. So we're not going into the community to ask for money. We've got a major sponsor through Rebecca that has gifted some shirts. And then some of the expenses beyond that, some of the expenses of printing and the shirt itself will come off of the $20. So what we say is $20 with Newmarket Pride t-shirt goes directly to the pantry. It would be more like $13 or something will go
Gotcha.
to the community living. We didn't want to take away from what we're doing with this campaign,
Yeah.
but we
yeah.
also wanted to have this amazing shirt out there and support somebody else.
Yeah. The wonderful sponsors and donors of Newmarket get tired of donating. I mean, you get asked all the time. We have a small business and we get asked all the time, which is great, and
Yeah.
you do what you can. But this way, they're still going to make some money, get exposure, and it keeps the Newmarket Proud out there, not just in June, which is great.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Hence,
that's
we
exciting.
may need a new committee or a bigger committee.
And we'd like to bring on, there's lots of different ideas out there that, bring on maybe another campaign for somebody in the winter and
Do Tukes again.
Tukes again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go back to your grassroots.
For another, for a different charity that needs some support. So there's a lot
Yeah.
of ways that we can help out. And by having this platform, we can expand it and help our community.
That's it. That's the goal.
Yep.
I want to say thank you for coming in. This was a whole education for me, and thank you for the shirt.
And
I
for
love
us,
it.
It was for us too.
Yeah.
An education and a pleasure.
And yeah, just thanks for bringing the community together like you do, and for raising awareness about food insecurity, because people don't realize that it's happening in, around, and amongst us all the time. So
Mhm.
It could be your neighbors. You don't know.
Anybody and everybody
Yeah.
can be affected.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking to hear you say, like, when you went to the fridge, that people are just taking stuff as
Oh.
you're putting it in, and how often, like, so many people in our communities fought for these fridges, and how empty they are all the time.
Yes. Because not from lack of filling, because we have some great community
Yeah.
Supporters. Oh, for sure.
but it's just the need is there.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.